You know when you get sick or your child's sick or you have any kind of medical problem whatsoever, there's always those really useful people standing by to offer their advice. You know, those old wives' tales like you can catch a cold from sitting in a draft, or you rub butter on a burn, or you slap a cold steak on a black eye. But is there any truth in those old remedies? Well, today we're visiting the House of Wellness family of medical experts to sort out fact from fiction. There are so many myths about nutrition, and advice on what we eat has changed dramatically in just the last 10 years. So to explore a few food-related furphies, I'm catching up with House of Wellness dietitian Susie Burrell.
Well, without a doubt, the number one myth is that eggs are bad for you and that eggs increase blood cholesterol levels. Eggs are a fantastic whole food, they're packed full of nutrition, and just because they contain cholesterol like all animal foods, it doesn't mean that it will increase blood cholesterol. So it's perfectly safe to eat 2 eggs per day without any adverse effects on blood pressure or cholesterol, and they're a very healthy food. The other most common question I'm asked is whether people should cut out their carbohydrates. So their bread, rice, cereal, pasta, their fruit. Now, the truth is that natural carbohydrates that are found in dairy and fruit are the body's primary source of fuel. These are the ones the body runs best on, and it's just about how much you have at what time.
And for those who don't mind the occasional midnight snack, there seems to be some truth in the myth that late-night eating can contribute to weight gain.
The time of day that you consume your calories is important. Now, it used to be thought that it didn't matter. It was a balance of calories in versus calories out. But what we now know is that the body's programmed on a circadian rhythm. So calories we consume in the second half of the day, and particularly in the evening hours when we should be sleeping, are more likely to lead to weight gain because of the hormonal effects where we're storing in the nighttime, and also naturally we're less active and not burning those calories off.
Fair enough. So circadian rhythms are important, and that relates to sleep. Now, if there's one thing I dearly miss being a mum, it's a cheeky nana nap every now and then. But is it good for me? Well, our sleep guru, Mark Levi, has a few insights. Is it okay to have a nap in the afternoon?
It tends to be a flag that something's wrong. You know, why do you need that nap in the afternoon? It can be a flag for like, are you breathing properly at night? Are you getting enough sleep at night? What's happening at night? Are you in bed long enough at night? Are you watching TV all night?
There is an optimal length for a nap, but I don't know what that is.
30 minutes max-ish is sort of the ideal nap, because if you sleep longer than that, Joe, you're into some deep sleep. When you actually wake up, you've just disturbed yourself from the middle of this. You know, you're going to wake up really disorientated. So if you're really having a nap, it should be a really short, sharp, crisp power nap. Sleeping 5 hours, that's a myth. Can we just say that's a myth? Can we both agree that's a myth?
Okay.
People think they can, but, you know, the body really, you're taxing that body really, really, really badly. If you're sleeping 5 hours, do you know you're 300 times more likely to have a car accident?
Okay, back to some slightly less confronting medical mythology. You may be relieved to know if you swallow gum, it won't stay in your system for 7 years, as is often thought. It'll simply pass through your system in good time. Which made me ponder, what about digestion myths? Naturopath David Javan has some answers.
A lot of people drink a lot of fluids with their meals, and I've got a bit of an issue with this because the process of digestion starts in your mouth, right? And the idea is to actually masticate your food into a paste so it goes to your stomach and the enzymes work on it. So what happens is when you drink fluids, water, alcohol, whatever, with your meals, you actually dilute the enzymes and acids that are secreted to help to digest that food in the first place.
So what is the right way to chew your food?
Ideally, we say between 15 and 30 times, and just avoid fluids half an hour either side of it.
Alrighty then. So, to masticate or chew, you need healthy teeth, right? I'm going to visit dentist Luke Cronin to see what's true about dental health.
The biggest myth, I think, is that apples are good for your teeth.
Are they not?
No, apples have got a lot of sugar in them. Fruit is actually put out there as something that's good for you, but in many ways it's not. So there's a lot of sugar in apples.
Okay.
You're looking at 3 or 4 teaspoons.
3 or 4 teaspoons in one apple?
Yes.
And any other myths?
That whitening damages your enamel. Whitening whitens the inside part of your teeth, not the outside like a lot of people think. The enamel on your teeth is translucent, and it's the inside part that has the colour. So it whitens the inside, and then the teeth looks lighter.
Well, we've had a great day separating fact from fiction. And for me, as far as old wives' tales go, well, the best advice my nana ever gave me was always leave the house in clean underwear in case you get hit by a bus. For everything else, I'm going to the medical experts.